Hello everybody, and welcome to the fourth in my ongoing series of playthroughs of Dark Chronicle. This is the fourth time I've done a broadcast of this video, this game, and looking forward to kicking on. Since last week, to remind everyone what happened, I lost a couple of lives, had to restart a couple of times, but I finally got through the tutorial area, so now I'm actually in the quest proper and quite excited to see what's going on. As I've been saying, this is actually the very first time I've ever played Dark Chronicle, and I'm really enjoying it so far. So we're just going to give people a minute to jump online if they want to and want to watch and see me playing, and after that we'll get going. In the meantime, you can listen to the very pretty music. Alright, well, we'll get going, and hopefully some people will jump on and tune in as the adventure gets going. So here we go, into the save file, and we are playing. So for people that don't remember what was going on exactly, after finishing the tutorial dungeon, we ended up on this train, escaping the city. So the dungeon itself at the start, the tutorial dungeon, you were trying to escape the city because you were under attack by a bunch of clowns who were looking for that little ruby that's there on my character's chest. That's a magical stone of some kind or other, and really important. So in order to protect it, this guy wears it and then decides he's going to escape through the town's waterways, and does so. And once he does that, for some reason this train just pops out and takes him well beyond the city limits. So why the train wasn't around when he needed it to get out of the town, who knows? Why they didn't just get it working straight away is an interesting question. But anyway, that gave us an excuse to learn the ropes of the game, and now we're ready to go in full. And then just as we were finishing up last week, the train was disrupted by some kind of noise from the roof, and I'm going to just jump on there and go and see what it's about. So yes, this is the start of the adventure for today, and we'll see how far we get. Hopefully we get a little bit further than we did last time, because last time I was particularly what can you say? Particularly poor. I kept losing lives. I kept forgetting to save the game. I ran into the boss and had trouble with him the first time around. So yeah, that wasn't my finest hour as a gamer, and hopefully I do a bit better this week. I'm not actually as bad at RPGs as that. But anyway, it always has to happen when you're playing live. This is the first time I played Dark Chronicle, so I give myself some leeway to be bad. Okay, so let's go see what is through this door, shall we?
Whee!
And the clown's back. That clown is just not leaving us alone.
Not him again. Ah, it's like he's stuck to my boot.
Damn straight.
Max! If we don't do something fast, we're in serious trouble. Time to fight back, son.
Ah, and somebody's dropping. Hello, hello. Thanks for joining us again. I've just gone to the roof of the train and the clown's attacked again. This clown is not leaving us alone.
Sounds like a good idea, but how?
Here, use this.
Yep, bombs are a solution for everything.
So I throw this?
Yes, that's probably what you should have to do.
Yep.
Better than liking it and not throwing it, I guess.
You toss it, and I'll grab another one. Just keep tossing them.
I'm not so sure if this... Alright, I'll do it!
Time to show them who's boss.
So another boss fight, just immediately after the last boss fight, we have to do another one. But this one looks like it's going to be a mini-game kind of style boss fight, where you don't have to fight in standard combat, but you've got, you know, different mechanics. So, need to pick up the bomb, and throw. Oh, maybe not. So I have to somehow hit this guy with bombs. He keeps jumping from side to side. Bang. Ah, yes, now it worked. Right. Come on, pick up the bomb. Pick up the bomb. Let's kill this clown fella. He's a pain. He is a pain. Oh, I missed. Aim was a bit off there. That's okay. That's okay. Let's hit him this time. Bang. Nope, missed again. Ugh. Tell you what, the no, tell you. Oh, come on! It looks like my my train's about to be destroyed. That's I was doing so well at the start too. Just couldn't line it up in the end.
It's no good, Max. She can't take anymore.
What do we do? What do we do?
That's a bad start. Let's try again, shall we? Alright. Got him. Bang. That's a better start. Patience, patience. Oh, how did that miss? Tell you what. This is rapidly becoming quite annoying to me actually, because the game requires far more aiming precision than it's actually letting you got him. Yeah, I'm not an architect, let's put it that way. But yeah, the aiming in that thing was really off. It just didn't... It made it way too difficult to be precise about the aiming, which was annoying because, you know, even if you're slightly off, you would miss. So anyway, a beating. A beating. At least for now. I'm sure he'll come back and do something else.
Why, I oughta...
Okay, that's not what you want to see.
This doesn't look good, Max. He's gonna blow himself up along with this whole train.
What?
Lob another one of those bombs at me! Come on now! Do it!
Oh no.
Hey, mister! Don't you ever give up? You're starting to look pretty pathetic.
What's this? Another little brat? Oh, I see.
So you want to die too? Sure, why not?
Let's go, punk! It's time to burn!
I love the tan line. The tan line's a brilliant touch.
What's this?
But it's the wrong way around because obviously it's a makeup line actually. I guess because yeah, his face is all white because he's a clown, and then underneath he hasn't done makeup on his body. That's hilarious. That shows eye for detail. Oh.
It's you! How did you...
So now we're getting introduced to another character, which is great. Oh, she's pretty awesome.
So that was how I met Monica. Even though it was the first time we'd met, I felt like I'd known her for a long time. Eventually, in the middle of the forest, the train couldn't go any further.
There we go. Train ride's over. Met Monica.
Ah, stop by a rock. Gonna take some work to move that one.
Just use a bomb.
That's fine with me.
That'll
I've
do
got
it.
things to do here. This place is the Spirit Forest, Sindane. But it's different than in my time.
Monica came from the future. She came to this time to do something very important. That's what she told me. Normally, you wouldn't believe time travel was possible. It's crazy, but this was only the beginning of our unbelievable adventure. The real surprises were still ahead of us.
If we could restore the Great Elder's origin point, he could tell us who Griffin really is.
The origin point?
Yes, an origin point is where something begins. Like a flower, you first have to plant the seed in the soil before it will bloom. In that case, the action of planting the seed is the origin point of the flower. In that way, the flower is the history that springs from the origin point. In the same way, all things that happen in the future have their origin point in the past. But if that origin point is changed, the results can be terrible. And that's what Griffin has done. Griffin has sent his henchmen to this time, altering the origin points of my time. And now he is rewriting history as he sees fit. In my time, this forest was where the Elder of the Spirits, Jurak, lived. he was very wise and powerful. His great power purified the forest and gave vitality to all the living things in it. But Griffin erased Jurak from existence. And not only Jurak, all those with the power to challenge Griffin are being erased from existence too. I don't think he'll stop until he's wiped out the entire world. So, someone has to stop him. Even now, my comrades are fighting Griffin in the future. And Max, I need you to help us.
Huh? Me?
Yes, you have to.
Okay, I'll do it.
All right, I knew you would. Guess we're a team now, right?
And with that, Monica joined my adventure. An adventure to take back the true past, the true history that had been stolen by Emperor Griffin. Chapter 2, Resurrection of the Great Elder.
There we go. Finished the very first chapter of the game, and that was a lot to take in that last cutscene. A lot to take in, which is, yeah. So I love how nonchalant, and just how nonchalant they were. Oh, yeah, so you know you're from the future. That's cool, and you need me to help you out with this quest to stop this very generic big bad, I guess. And that's cool. And you get the feeling that this guy, this fella, is...
Let's start with Sindane.
Sindane?
A little out of his depth. And somehow he's taken it all in stride. I don't think any of us would actually be quite so composed about all of this if it happened to us in the real world, that's for sure. But now we get to go adventuring through a forest, I guess.
I'll just stay here and work on getting Blackstone running again. If you need my help, just holler.
Hey, Max, we're gonna have to work hard to shift this boulder. Bring back anything good you find in the forest. Make sure you let us know if you need a hand. Okay, take care of yourself, Max.
And you do, little girly pie.
Girly pie.
You bet.
Okay, that's not creepy or anything.
Okay, let's go.
This game has its moments. It's a lovely, really lovely game and plays really well, but yeah, it's got some odd moments, that's for sure. Okay, so we can use the train to go back to town to get stuff, which is probably not surprising. I mean, technically it'd be impossible since the train can't actually turn around, but other than that, it's time to go dungeoning, I guess. Change my character. I much prefer Monica, I think. Let's save. Okay, so we go to Sindane, which is a forest, apparently. A special forest, a magical forest. A forest with seeds.
What's that?
It's a house all by itself. That's kind of weird. Let's check it out.
Yeah. Someone's there.
Huh?
Ah!
What is it? What do you two want?
Hey, you're from the Furbit tribe of Sindane, aren't you? It's so cute, all curly and everything.
Hey! Hey!
That's right. There's something I want to ask you, okay?
That's disturbing. Yeah, grab the mustache and torture the fella, and that's how you get information out of him. Monica is someone special, that's for sure.
You, this is how you ask a favor?
Oh, sorry.
Ow! Ow! Oh!
Have you heard of a being here named Jurak?
Ah!
I wonder why he got so mad.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to let me back. Ooh, no, I can get back in the house. No, I can't. He's not going to let me in, I don't think.
Nobody's home.
I hear the Furbits are crazy about grape juice.
Yes, we all like a bit of grape juice.
And we brought all this grape juice too. Now what are we gonna do? If he won't let us in, I guess we'll just have to throw it away.
Come in.
Grape juice.
Hey, it worked!
Yes, back in those days they needed to call things grape juice and subtly hide the name, I guess, because, yeah.
Well, look at that!
This was the
3 of
PlayStation
them.
2 era and games were nicer in general. Well, JRPGs were nicer anyway. They don't pretend anymore.
What?
These days it wouldn't be grape juice. These days it'd be like hardcore liquor.
Oh, you want the grape juice, huh? Well, it'll cost ya. Let's see. I've heard you Furbits have a mysterious magical power to make things like houses and plants.
What are you getting at?
I want you to use that power to help us.
Help you?
You probably know there's something strange going on. The whole world has become like one big deserted island. Everything's disappeared. At this rate, there won't be anything left in the future. I want you to use your building power to rebuild a town in this time.
I was actually wondering if this mechanic would come into it because
No way. It's
the
too
previous
much work. Besides,
Dark
we got no
Cloud,
time for that, so just run along
or it's
now,
called
will ya?
Dark Cloud in Australia. This one's called Dark Chronicle. It's a sequel of sorts to Dark Cloud, and it's actually called Dark Cloud 2 in America. So I was wondering if this town building mechanic, which was a part of the original Dark Cloud, was actually going to be a part of Dark Cloud 2, and it looks like this cutscene is introducing that, which is great. I quite enjoyed that
What do you mean you don't
town
have time
building
for
element
that?
of that game, and I was hoping to see that come back here. I didn't realise it would take so long to introduce.
Even if
That
I
tutorial
told you,
really
it
did run
wouldn't
on a long
change a
time.
thing. Hold on, Rococo. Okay, you two, I think I understand. Come on over here and have a seat.
Yes, town building in games is generally good fun, and
Games
it's something
conduct.
that Level 5 keeps coming back to, because the recent Ni no Kuni 2 actually has a very, very significant town building, nation building element as well. So it's something that this developer has never seemed to get past. Actually, White Knight Chronicle 2, another Level 5 game, had a big town building element. So,
This here's
certainly not
Rococo.
complaining. I think they're a great feature. I think it's a great addition to the JRPG thing, and it marries up really well with the combat and all the other parts of a JRPG. So, yeah, it's
And this is
good to play
Tomo.
these older games from this company and kind of see where all of its ideas came from, because
Pleased to meet
Level
ya.
5 has been a very
So, who
consistent
might you
developer
two
over the
be?
years, and
I'm Monica.
this town building thing is something. It's a feature that is built on and grown and continues to work on from throughout its history.
I'm Max. Nice to meet you.
You know there's something wrong with the world, right? A great darkness is trying to distort the flow of time.
I was beginning to wonder about what was happening to our forest. Of course, I'd like to help out, but... to be honest, we're in a bit of a fix ourselves. Even if we wanted to, we can't help you till we solve our own problems.
What's wrong? Tell us about it.
It's a long story, but... it must have been about a year ago or so. One day, a beautiful woman got lost and wandered in here. We don't like humans too much, so we approached her carefully. Humans are crafty, cunning creatures. That's how we've always thought of you. But this woman was different, she was. Her soul was more beautiful than words can describe. Said her name was Holly.
Yes, absolutely. I agree. It is a and the other thing about these town building elements, which is really fits well with the JRPG thing, is it's kind of a visual way of showing the progress that you make through the game. Because you know, in a typical JRPG, the growth is through, you know, leveling up and getting new equipment and statistics and stuff, which is good, and it's great deal of fun, and it's a very enjoyable. It's a very enjoyable way of moving through a game, but it's quite you know, it's data driven, and it's not necessarily the most visually rich way of representing progress. Whereas, you know, you throw this town building element into the game as well, and you actually see, you know, all around you your development through the game, the process of the storytelling kind of grow and evolve. So it's a nice visual way of representing the process of moving through.
Then, one day out of the blue, something happened. Holly left to search for food and just disappeared into the
I
forest.
suspect we're probably going to have to go and look for this Holly as our next quest.
A few days went by and still
That's
no
my
Holly.
suspicion anyway.
We were so sad. It was like our hearts had been broken into a million little pieces. There was no way we could go on without her. In those few short weeks,
Holly being Snow
she'd
White,
become an
as
essential
it
part
would
of our
seem.
lives.
Because what, we're
She
1,
was
2,
part of
3,
us
4,
all.
5. We've got 6 of the 7 dwarves there. We just need one more, and we've got the full group.
So
And
we formed a search party to search for
I
Holly.
would suggest it's probably a pretty obvious allusion to the Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs story here.
A party of 4 set out for Rainbow Butterfly
What
Wood,
with level
where
5
she
liking
disappeared
to
that day.
reference back to fairy tales quite a lot through their games. You can just look at Yokai Watch and the Japanese fairy tales that series kind of represents for proof of that.
But those 4 haven't come back yet either. I was sure I picked the most able-bodied of our
Did I
tribe.
guess that right?
But they turned out to be a bunch
Did he say
of
there were
goofs.
four dwarfy things, whatever they're called, went into the forest to look for
So
Holly and
basically,
got
at
lost?
this
There are
point in
3
time,
left here,
I'm
which
afraid we
means
can't help
my
you
maths
two
is not
out.
wrong, and I'm pretty sure my maths is not great, but I'm pretty sure that I can add 4 and 3 together to get 7. So there you go.
You want us to use our special powers to help you, but the thing is, all 7 of us have to be here in order
There
for
you
it
go.
to
Confirmed
work.
it. I got it right.
Besides, we're really not in a helping mood. I'm pretty sure you understand.
That's quite a story.
I have a proposition to make.
I bet I can guess. You want us to go into the woods and find your 4 friends, right?
You mean you'll help us? Could you also keep an eye out for Holly? Each day without her brings us nothing but gloom.
I understand. 4 or 5, what's the difference? So what does this Holly look like anyway? Any special features?
Special features, let me see. Must have been something. Her hair. It was long, I think. No, wait. Maybe it was short. I think. Wait, that's it. The potato pies used to make were the greatest.
That's right, they were mighty tasty.
So, in order to find Holly, I guess I have to go to this forest,
Incredible.
ask every person I come across to make a potato pie, and if it tastes really good,
Forget
I've
it.
found her. That's
Potato pie?
right. This game has a really odd sense of humour sometimes. Really odd sense of humour. Doesn't necessarily make sense, but anyway, that's not the end of the world. Ah, right.
That reminded me of the potato pies you made for me when I was a kid. They were so warm, eating them would always cheer me up.
So there's a link back to our hero again.
The most
Everything kind of
delicious
revolves around
potato
this
pies in
dude.
the whole world. Could it be the Holly that the Furbits talked about was actually you, Mother? Just thinking that made my heart beat faster. This was the other reason that I wanted to see the world, so that I could find you again, Mother. Even though the world had been laid waste, I had a feeling that you were out there. Somewhere.
If it's about fate, then I want Rin and Saber and other fate characters to show up as well. Otherwise, it's not really fate, is it? I'm playing too much Fate Grand Order at the moment.
It's just
stuck on my
beyond
mind.
here. Lately there seem to be some nasty monsters living in these parts. Watch yourselves now.
Oh, that's good to know. Here we go.
Yeah.
And after that very long sequence of storytelling bits and pieces, it looks like we're ready to get back on with the actual adventure, which is good.
A mysterious rainbow-coloured butterfly. And anyone who lays eyes upon that butterfly never leaves the woods again. You know, I wonder if Holly and the search party we sent out went and accidentally found themselves that rainbow butterfly. Just be careful not to run into that rainbow butterfly.
What do you mean, be careful? What could we possibly do to prevent it?
If that happens,
If that happens?
just pretend you didn't see it.
Huh? Well, whatever. Okay, we're off.
Oh, take this with you, boy.
What's this?
Grape juice!
It's the Furbit's favorite thing in the world, grape juice.
Grape juice! That looks suspicious, that bottle. It looks like, I guess it is grape juice.
If you have this with you, those guys just might smell you and come running.
Okay, I got you. Thanks, Conda.
Good. I'll be here waiting for you. I wish you good luck.
Too early in the morning for grape juice, otherwise I'd say I'd feel like some. Right, there we go, finally. What have I done? First person mode. Okay, here we go. Go to Rainbow Butterfly Wood. Let's do this. Let's get some questing going. There we go. So, ooh, that's a very large dungeon. Excellent. I better save, because if I happen to die after all of that storytelling and have to go through it again, I would throw my controller through a wall. There we go. Alright. Let's do this. Lots of little conditions there. I don't think I'll ever manage to defeat all the monsters in the time limit because I like to take my time and stuff, but using Monica's sword, now there's one that I think I can do because I'm pretty sure I'm only going to use Monica anyway going forwards. She's great. What a great character. Here we go. That's a good start. Alright, so... Oops, didn't want to pause. I've got items, I better set those up. Alright. Man eating grass. Well, lucky I'm playing a woman, so I shouldn't have any problem there. Bang. Oh, they spit darkness at you. Go away. Oh, I did too. Thank you for reminding me. This is why it's always better to play these games with people watching. They can give you hints. There we go. I bought that sword. Couldn't equip it to my other guy, and was very disappointed that I wasted money, but now I've got the character that can use it, and it's a scimitar style weapon. That's nice. I like scimitars. Beautiful, elegant weapons they are. Okay, treasure chest. I gotta say, I always like the forest dungeons, actually, in RPGs and the like, because, yeah, it's so pretty. So pretty. Look, skeleton! My favourite enemies as well. I always like fighting skeletons. The design, it's always great. I always enjoy coming up against the undead when I play RPGs. Oh dear. Go away. Loaves of bread, excellent. Look at all that, look at that lovely lighting effect on the forest floor, and the serene music, and it's all just so happy and relaxed. Oh. Uh-oh. Level up, excellent. Okay, so that's the, I imagine that's probably the exit to the dungeon level. Down in the sewers, obviously it was a gate that you needed to find a crank to open the door to. This time around it looks like you need to find something to remove the spider web, which makes sense. There wouldn't be doors in the middle of a forest, of course, so yes, congratulations on the consistency there, and the finding the different way, I guess, of representing dungeon levels. Once again, this is a... Oh, he comes back. That's great. This is a roguelike, so random dungeon designs and all that kind of stuff, and every time you play you'll be up against a different map and all that kind of yellow. I think I just got healed, which is good. Already the actual maps of these, just in this first level, the maps are actually already larger than I had in the tutorial dungeons and the dungeons down in the sewer, so things are getting more involved, much more involved, which is great, because the more content, the better, I guess. Ouch! I got off. Yeah, I'm button mashing my way through a bit, I know. But, Monica strikes me as the kind of person that wouldn't be too subtle about the way she fights. Do I take the risk? Yeah, why not? Let's try my luck. Come on. Oh, no! Ah, yes. That's right. Psyched me out, tricked me, scared me. One more area to explore, a Himara to defeat. That should be all the enemies, I would hope, unless there was one. Maybe not. Roasted chestnut, lovely. A slash branch. Okay. So, hopefully I've picked up whatever I needed to in order to exit out of this dungeon level. What do we got here? That must be the exit, actually. You can probably cut it down. Okay. What can I use to cut it down? That's a good question. Slash branch? Nope. I don't know if I have the... I don't think I have the item yet that I need to cut that down. Ah. I see. Okay, so thanks to the advice of a person who has actually played this game before, heal myself up. Okay, so I imagine here I can use the stick to get rid of the cobwebs, which is good. There we go. Good stuff. This is the room that's kind of locked away. There's one enemy left for me to fight. Two enemies left for me to fight in here. Great. I can defeat them. I'm feeling pretty confident that I will. I'll have completed that optional mission to defeat every enemy only using Monica's sword. Bang. Good job, Monica.
Looks like we got them all.
Did indeed. Yes, see? Cleared the Monica wipeout goal, got the medal. Okay. So I'll just go and grab what's in those treasure chests. I guess there's not a mimic, which is good, because otherwise I wouldn't have got all the monsters defeated. Message. Okay, excellent. Not quite sure what you can use those medals for just yet. I assume you can get like premium stuff from them from a special shop or whatever. That's generally how that works. But yeah, those medals come when you complete optional objectives as part of each dungeon level. And so far I've done it twice. I've got 2 of them, which is probably not very good. But you can always go back and retry levels, I think, to get those medals later on, if it becomes necessary. Alright, before I find that, before I go into the next dungeon level, I will level up my sword, I think. What shall we give? Let's make it a fire sword. Ah, okay. So, as per your advice, to actually level up the sword to the next stage up and make it, that much more powerful, you need to have the sword meet certain conditions. In this case, I need to up its Cyclone and Exorcism statistics to 10 of each, which is fine. Wind Crystal is obviously what you need for the Cyclone. If I do it 4 times, I hit the minimum requirements to make that happen. And now I just need to improve the exorcism statistic as well, which is a good question. I imagine Holy Crystal will probably do that. Yep. So I've only got 1 synthesis point left at the moment from the leveling up of my sword. Not quite ready to build it up yet, but I'll get there. Alright, so I've done all of that. Equip my bread up, and now there we go. The fairy sword, the fairy saw clears that away, and with that, I'm ready for the next dungeon level. 1 down. Once again, always save in this game because you never know when you'll run into something that will absolutely monster you. And yes, again, we've got quite a lot to do with this dungeon, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm not going to get those medals. Anyway, gives me a chance to test out the whatever range attack Monica has. Wow, okay, so after about, 4 hours worth of play, the game is finally teaching you how to synergize equipment, which is just amazing because I've been doing that from the start. I can't believe it's actually taken that long to get to the synergy tutorial. Wow. And that's amusing because that's already upgraded, so that's really, yeah. So Monica uses magic. That's right. She uses magic to deal with enemies. Ouch! Damn pumpkin heads. Whoa! Shooting on repeat. Go away. No, I honestly thought that they would have introduced that synergy system way before, because there's nothing stopping you from actually doing it. Wow. Mind blown. Oh dear, 3 of them. That's not going to work out well for me. Let's try and hit one of them with a bomb, I think. Heal up and hit one of them with a bomb. I missed. Oh boy. See, sometimes randomness really does get in the way of having three of those enemies together randomly is just painful. Shoo. Maybe that's an interesting. Yeah, I don't remember guard button. I admit that. I don't remember what the guard button is. I remember the evasion, but the evasion is so... The evasion is so twitchy, it doesn't really work. I mean, if I can figure out how to guard again, that's good, but I'm not going to rely on... I'm not going to rely on the dodge because it's not a good mechanic, I find so far. See, it's just so slow. It's inefficient. Running out of bread, but that's okay. Hopefully I don't have to deal with too many more enemies because I've defeated them all in big groups so far. What are we looking at? Oh, a new sword. That's nice. I like my sword that I've got here, and I'm in the middle of upgrading it. I should have known that was going to happen. Oh, that's handy. Oh, good. So if one of my characters passes away now, I can just switch to the other one. That's nice. And he's out too. That'll teach me. Okay, so those big tree monsters are, they're not easy. So I need to be a bit smarter about fighting those, I think. Let's try that again. Luckily I saved. So basically what the game's actually teaching me right now is I do need to be a little bit smarter about how I go about the enemies, because yeah, those enemies are they're getting tougher and they're actually getting more complex in how you need to go about defeating them. You can't just button mash your way through and you know, that's a good thing. Ah, there's the block button. I could not for the life of me remember what the block button actually was. Now I remember. So I should be okay now. This should be smoother this time. I'm ready now for the pumpkin things. And those big trees. Plus it's probably an easier setup. It'll probably not be quite so difficult in terms of the layout of the design. And I just got unlucky last time, I think. So, yes, tackling the big enemies with Steve is obviously the best way to go about them. But let's not waste Steve's limited energy on the weaker enemies, of course. Oops. Okay. Trying to level up my ranged attack, because for people who haven't been following along, you need to actually use your items or your attacks in order to level them up and all that kind of stuff. And at the moment, Monica's ranged attack doesn't have any kind of experience levels on it, so I need to use it in order to level it up. Moles are probably the best way to do it, because at the moment, there we go, dealt with that one. Because all the other enemies seem to be able to hit me. Ah, there we go. So now I've got the full map, which is great. So when the moles disappear underground, you actually can't lock onto them. Oh, yeah. Let's deal with it. What is going on with me? Jesus Christ. Okay, I really hate these moles. That is bad design, taking the lock off even if they're under... You shouldn't unlock on if the mole goes under the ground. That's really annoying. Really, really annoying, actually. Tree. Okay. Time to take him on with Steve. Let's deal with a pumpkin head while I'm here. Oh, another tree. Well, Steve's getting a good workout. There we go, I've got the fairy saw so I can actually get out of this level now. Which is good because if I run into another tree, I actually haven't got... I haven't got much health left on Steve. So hopefully I don't run into another tree. And there is another tree. Well, I'm going to have to finish this because I haven't got what I need to take on those trees. And whatever treasures are hiding in that area of the map down the bottom, I'm just not going to be able to get this time around. But that's okay. So there's the fairy saw. That'll get me out of this level. And I'll need to go and buy health items and stuff like that next. Because I'm out of bread and stuff. Oh, I've got a couple of breads there. But we're going to have to finish up for this session now because I need to go and record the DDNet podcast. So that's why I streamed a bit earlier this week. And we'll need to wrap here. But that's okay. We got some good progress happening this week. Got through a couple of dungeon levels, learnt some things, got introduced to the town building mechanic, managed to hopefully get rid of that clown for a while anyway, that clown boss at the very start, and made some progress through the first couple of levels of this new dungeon. There's a lot to go, so I'm sure next week we'll probably only get about halfway through Rainbow Butterfly Wood, and let's just see how far we can get, because yeah, the game's getting really good. It's getting very it's getting intense, it's getting more challenging, and forcing me to actually play properly rather than just button mash my way through, which is exactly what you want, of course. And yeah, that's thanks very much for tuning in this week, and we will see you next week when we have some more questing to do.